Don't get me wrong, I've been having a blast messing around and exploring Black Ops 6's new maps on release with friends. The game can be pure exhilarating chaos, but less than a week in, its high rounds are already interesting to say the least, and not in a good way. See, both Liberty Falls and Terminus are already maxed out, yet Black Ops 6 has a round cap of 256, just one off of Black Ops 3's round cap, but the round progression is more like Cold War's, so rounds never take more than a few minutes each. I think it's pretty ironic that I literally just uploaded a video on how long each map on Black Ops 3 took to get a game that reached the max round, the longest of which was Shangri-La at 7 years 4 months, not to mention Buried on Black Ops 2, which took 10.5 years, and the shortest of which was Black Ops 3 Ascension at just 24 days. Well, Black Ops 6 has blown the statistic out of the water, because the max round on Liberty Falls was reached just 36 hours after the game's release. American players weren't even home from work on Friday yet before the record was already numerically unbeatable, and Terminus wasn't far behind, reaching its max round of 256 after about 60 hours of the map being out and playable. But let's back up, do a little world record history. 7 AM Eastern Standard Time Thursday. The game becomes playable with the New Zealand strategy. The first round 100 on the entire game was achieved by the MC Zombie Slayer just a few hours in on his very first attempt on Liberty Falls.
There it is!
Black Ops 6 has a satisfying amount of traps, so MC used one of these, the Dark Ether generator in Spawn, while running circles around it and mantling over obstacles. Once the trap turned off, he would camp in the nearby straightaway with the jet gun until it was almost overheated, then run around the map through the alley to the other Dark Ether generator, hit that one, run back to spawn through the bowling alley, use the jet gun some more, and repeat. He would only use score streaks as safeties if he got hit too much. A pretty good first attempt strategy in my opinion, and one that kept him on the edge of his seat, having to dodge zombies running to and around the trap, although he ended up dying on 106 this game. But competition was not far behind. The player who would achieve the second 100 on the game, also on Liberty Falls, was Australian player The Official KHF just a few hours later. KHF did basically the same strategy as MC, only with the door between spawn and the bowling alley closed for faster spawns. But KHF would keep grinding and sail way beyond MC's record, and in the 130s he changed up his strategy to something that would basically break the game.
Alright, I'm trying a strat. Everybody, this is the first time trying this. It could be insane, or the game could end right now. I don't know.
He ran around to the other side of the closed door out of spawn, where there's a workbench that you can buy score streaks from using salvage, and immensely faster spawns. At this point, KHF had access to every score streak because he could back out using the save and quit feature, unlock what he needed, and then jump back into the game. As you might expect, the score streak that allows you to turn into an invincible mangler for 30 seconds at a time, and turn all the zombies around you into lasagna proved to be the most useful to him. And he had so much salvage from the previous 130 rounds that he could just keep buying more and more mutant injections as soon as one ran out, spamming the jet gun in between for extra speed and salvage. At first, KHF was at a net loss of salvage, dropping about 1,000 per round, but the more he used the jet gun, the more he was able to break even, and pretty soon it wasn't even a problem anymore. For spider rounds, he would just go to this window in the alley next to spawn and spam the jet gun too. These rounds ended up being long because a ton of spiders spawn, but they're so easy you could probably do them in your sleep. KHF would go on to achieve the first 200 and kept grinding, getting more and more consistent at the strategy. Then, not long after, this happened.
Oh, wow. Wait, it caps at 255. Or 256. It caps at 256. What?
No. Wait, are you serious?
No, I'm dead ass.
Wait, no, it does.
Yeah, what?
56 plus 1.
Why would they do that? They didn't think nobody was gonna beat it. Why did they do that to us? Thinking that we're not gonna overcome these obstacles, bro. Like, we're dumb.
Yep, once he completed round 256, the rounds stopped going up, and KHF stopped getting spider rounds, proving that the round was just repeating over and over like how the round cap on Black Ops 3 and Cold War works. This was pretty unexpected considering Cold War's round cap is 935, and there's still no indication as to why Treyarch lowered it by so much, whether it's for game stability, to keep people from playing long games on their servers, or a slew of other reasons. Meanwhile, on Terminus, OG Zombies' high round rounder Sulky118 was dominating. Sulky achieved the first 100, 200, and 256 on Terminus within the first 2.5 days of the map's release. For almost the entire game, he swam out to this island on the left of the main facility and used the Beam Smasher and Score Streaks to cook the zombies. Whenever he had to hoard up, he would just swim in the water around the zombies until they were clumped together. Later in the game, he also started using the mutant injection a lot, as he had a lot of room to farm salvage and a ton of it by the late game. So, like Liberty Falls, it was a pretty smooth ride to the max round, albeit with much slower spawns. Since these first two 256s, there have been multiple other 256s achieved already, such as those by Insomnia Virus, the MC Zombie Slayer, Chihiro, Drain BB, and Knowles. Insomnia Virus became the first person to achieve 256 on both maps, and I think there's the potential that we'll see a lot more players getting max round, like hundreds more. If 256 takes less than 15 hours of gameplay, and you can just spam score streaks, and you can save and quit, there's no reason everyone and their mother shouldn't be able to get the max round. And this brings me to my problem with current zombies. First of all, I think I should say that it's almost guaranteed the game will be patched in some way, probably multiple times, by Treyarch in the coming weeks and months. So these same strategies that are working today might not work shortly down the line. But I think Treyarch's approach to high rounds in this game off the bat is worrying, to say the least. The difficulty balancing on this game is, for lack of a better phrase, all out of whack. There are hordes of manglers and boss zombies spawning every round, making it very hard to do more than a few limited strategy options. The best of those being spamming score streaks straight down the line. But this could make zombies in 2024 literally a participation trophy. COD Zombies at its core is supposed to be an endless horde mode, right? It's very simple and the formula has never changed. In Cold War, round numbers got a bit ridiculous going into the upper hundreds, but at least it kept the endless part, at least until a certain point that only top players would reach. But what is this? How are we maxing out the map 3 days after release? Sure, Black Ops 6 could turn into the same type of competition as Black Ops 3 and Cold War, where the record is the fastest time to the max round. We've seen that take those previous two games through some very interesting and thoughtful optimizations in the past. Currently, the fastest 256 on Liberty Falls is 12 hours 47 minutes by Drain BB, and the fastest on Terminus is 13 hours 53 minutes by KHF. But how are you supposed to optimize this? The problem with Black Ops 6 is that the skill ceiling is still low, so the only available optimizations are finding faster spawns and spamming faster. I just don't think that's very dynamic or interesting, and not good for the longevity of the game. And I hate to bring up the age-old argument that the game needs to go back to the olden days of zombies, because I don't think that's really necessary or realistic. The game is going to change with time, and that's a good thing. But it feels like Black Ops 6 Zombies is a response to criticisms that Cold War Zombies was too easy, and Treyarch's way of fixing that was adding 55 manglers, 55 abominations, 100 bugs, 100 spiders, and whatever this twister nightmare is. I feel like this doesn't make the game harder in a more skillful way, it just makes for more busy work while playing, and it all but forces you to take the path of least resistance for maximum efficiency, making the zombies, well, not very competitive. Now, like I said, the game could change a lot as it progresses. There's even rumors of a classic mode on the way that takes zombies back to a much more OG style of gameplay, but that's not confirmed, so I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. All this isn't to say that Treyarch doesn't have the groundwork for a good game here. I think it is there. I like a lot of the features and the quality of life fixes they added to this game, and I'm legitimately excited to see where they take it. But if they keep screwing up with the competitive aspect of the game, I'm going straight back to Buried, faster than you can say Subsurface Resonator. But what do you guys think? How do you feel about Black Ops 6's high rounds? Do you have a 256 I should know about? Whatever it is, start commenting away, because I'm interested in having a discussion about this game and where things are gonna go from here. I'm Wonderful, and thanks for watching.